They laughed at your dream. They mocked your hunger. They told you to sit down, stay small, stay quiet. And it hurt, because a part of you believed them. You smiled like it didn't matter. But every word carved into your chest. Every failure felt heavier than the last. Every night you wondered if the world was right about you. Pause, but listen carefully. What if all that pain wasn't meant to stop you? What if it was meant to wake you up? Luffy didn't get strong because life was kind. He got strong because life was brutal. Because every punch, every loss, every tear made one thing clear. If you don't fight for your dream, no one else ever will. So when they doubt you, when they disrespect you, when they try to crush what you believe in, take it personal. Not to cry, not to quit, but to rise. Now tell me, when life tested you the hardest, did you run, or did you start becoming unstoppable? They don't see the days you starved for progress. They don't see the nights you trained while your body begged you to stop. They only see the smile, never the scars behind it. You kept moving even when nothing worked. You kept believing even when the road gave you nothing back. Every step forward felt like a war, and every failure whispered, "Give up now." Pause. But Luffy never quit when the sea turned cruel. He never turned back when his crew was bleeding. He stood up with broken bones and said, "If I fall here, my dream dies with me." That's when something changes inside a man. Pain stops being an enemy. Fear stops being a wall. Loss stops being the end. You realize this journey was never meant to be easy. It was meant to forge you. Because the ones who reach the top are not the strongest at the start. Time = 0.6s. They're the ones who refuse to stop crawling forward when everyone else sat down. So tell me, when the world tried to break you slowly, did you complain about the pain, or did you let it shape you? They laughed when you said you had a dream. They doubted you because they never had the courage to chase one. Every word they threw at you wasn't advice. It was a test to see if you'd fold. You lost people. You lost time. You lost pieces of yourself trying to survive. And still, nothing hurt more than being underestimated. Pause. That's when Luffy clenched his fists, not out of anger, but out of purpose. He didn't fight to prove them wrong. He fought because his dream mattered more than their opinions. Every punch carried memories. Every scar carried a promise. You don't grow when life is fair. You grow when life hits hard. And you stand back up without asking for permission. Because some battles aren't about winning today. They're about sending a message to the world. I'm still here. And when you take it personally, you stop asking for motivation. You become dangerous with discipline. So, answer this honestly. When they doubted you to your face, did you let their words break you, or did you turn them into fuel? There comes a moment when smiling gets heavy, when pretending you're okay starts hurting more than the pain itself. That's when the world thinks you're weak, because they don't see the war inside you. They see silence. They don't see discipline. They see patience. They don't see the storm you're holding back. Pause. Luffy didn't roar every time he was hurt. Sometimes he just kept walking. bleeding, tired, misunderstood. Not because he was fearless, but because quitting was never an option. You've been fighting alone for so long. That pain feels normal now. But listen carefully. Just because you're used to it doesn't mean it's not shaping you into something terrifying. Every night you survived without applause. Every tear you swallowed in silence. Every time you showed up when nobody cared, that was training. This is the phase where legends are built in the dark. No validation, no shortcuts, only commitment. And when the world finally notices, they'll call it overnight success. But you'll know the truth. So tell me, how long are you willing to bleed quietly before you roar loud enough to shake everything? Do you feel that fire burning in your chest? The one that refuses to be tamed by failure, by ridicule, by betrayal. That fire, that's not anger. It's the echo of every promise you made to yourself when nobody else believed you. Pause. Every scar you carry, every bruise you hide, every sleepless night you've endured, it's all ammunition. Every setback is fuel. Every no is a brick in the foundation of who you're becoming. The world wants you to break. They whisper, "You're not enough." They laugh when you stumble. And they walk away when you struggle. But here's the secret. They've underestimated you. Every tear, every struggle, every moment of doubt has forged something stronger than any weapon. Your unbreakable will. And here's the truth. The moment you decide to take it personally, to turn every insult into motivation, every loss into power, every obstacle into a stepping stone, that's the moment your enemies realize they were wrong. Pause. Luffy fought not just for glory, not just for adventure. He fought for his friends, for his dream, for the fire in his heart that refused to die. So what about you? When the world pushes you down, when pain screams louder than hope, when failure mocks your every step, will you crawl or will you rise and take it personal? If you want, I can write part 6 next, with an even more intense and emotional ending that leaves viewers wanting to comment and engage. Do you want me to do that? This is where it stops being about dreams and starts being about you. Every strike you took, every failure you endured, every tear you hid in silence, they were not meant to break you. They were meant to teach you how unbreakable you could be. Pause. The world will try to label you. It will say, "You're weak. You can't do this. You'll fail like the rest." But you don't argue. You don't beg for understanding. You don't waste energy proving them right or wrong. You act. You push. You fight. Not for approval. Not for glory. But because stopping is no longer an option. Pain becomes familiar. Fear becomes predictable. Loneliness becomes a shield. And when they finally notice, it's too late. The person who everyone doubted. The one who smiled when the world tried to crush him. The one who carried the fire in silence. He's unstoppable. Pause. So answer this honestly. When life pushes you to the edge, when failure screams louder than hope, when doubt surrounds you from every side, will you fall like everyone else? Or will you rise, take it personal, and show the world your fire? If you want, I can continue part 7 next with the cold, ruthless, unshakable climax. The part that leaves viewers absolutely hooked and commenting. Do you want me to do that?